right, man. Let's talk about Jalen Duren. So I kind of spoke on this a smidget in one of the videos. I think I clipped it from a live. I couldn't get to a live this weekend. Hopefully I can get to a live pretty soon. Hopefully 2 this week so we can make up for not doing one this weekend. But yeah, about Jalen Duren, man, was something that I heard Isaiah Stewart said. I'm gonna do a video on the interview he did with Marcus Spears. Probably gotta do that from the desk. And he was kind of like, he said that Trajan Langdon told him that he didn't want him. You know, he was a trade candidate when he took over the job. And I've said this before, and I think what complicates this Jalen Duren thing is that I think it's a twofold situation. I think it's a fault of they not wanting him. You know, and I think they prefer to stretch five. This is why they was affiliated with Vujovic and Miles Turner. I think they didn't really want him. And then last year when they could have paid him $30 million, you know, and got and believed in him, they didn't pay him the $30 million. Now the belief is maybe he could have got $25 million per year for 4 years. Most people were saying that was too, or some people were saying that was too much. Okay, so you had people saying the 4 years is too much. Then guess what? You know, he wanted 30, which, you know, his guesstimation was right. They want at least 130 because now the Pistons are saying we will give you 35, and he like, nah. So I asked for 30 last year. You give me a $5 million increase, which is, if it's 5 years, it's $25 million. No, I probably want at least about 40 or 45. You know, I really want the 287 million. But I think where the real disconnect is this: y'all didn't want me, y'all didn't believe in me. I'm gonna make y'all pay for that. That's as simple as that. Him trying to escape to Toronto or trying to escape to the Lakers, it wasn't about leverage. I hope y'all understand that. It wasn't about leverage. It wasn't about, okay, whatever they give me. Let's just say he was a free agent without the restriction. You know, let's say, you know, he probably would have took less to go to the Lakers. The Pistons like, okay, we'll match it. You know, we give you a little bit more. He probably would have went to I think it's a standpoint of, remember, we kind of never seen the fact of him cleaning house. We just seen additions. There was no real cleaning of house. There was a long wait and see approach. The players was really good. He put the right coach around them, I think the right coach around them and the right veteran players around him. He was willing to work with Monty Williams, which was a mistake, and I'm glad that Tom Gores overruled him on that. He was, you know, so now he was able to put the players around him. So he put Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and they took off. I think that was very important with JB being the right mix, bringing structure. But we never really seen the clean house. I think he didn't believe Trajan Langdon that it was going to work that well. And when it did work that well, you know, it really started with Jaden Ivey. They didn't really want to do the Jaden Ivey thing. You know, Jaden Ivey wasn't a fan favorite of Monty Williams. Excuse me. And I don't think JB Bickerstaff and them cared for him. So the injury, that just gave them an excuse to get rid of Jaden Ivey, because everything they want Ron Hollins and what, you know, Ron Hollins and Sarge Thompson do, Jaden Ivey did it. His jumper, he was shooting at a 40% clip from three. And he was playing really, really well with Cade, and I think they got rid of him. And that was what it was, and that started the real avalanche of it. And I think where Isaiah Stewart said, well, it was transparency, where they told me that I could be a trade candidate. I also think there was a feeling, or maybe possibly a conversation with Jaden Ivey. I think it was a conversation with Jalen Duren. One thing I heard from inside of that, you know, organization is that they love Asar Thompson. So in my humble opinion, I think Duren felt like, okay, I'm not one of his guys. He don't really fuck with me. I'm here because, you know, I'm a really good player. I got really good chemistry with Cade Cunningham. But outside of that, they probably want to replace me. He heard the Miles Turner rumors, the Vujovic rumors. So y'all don't really want me here. So really, I don't really want to be here. You heard that from Isaiah Stewart. He prayed that he got traded from the beginning of the season. And that's the politics. And I think this is what y'all seeing. Y'all only seeing that even though Jalen Duren is doing a great job and not speaking on it, y'all only seeing it from the organization standpoint of view. So imagine if this is the case, and I could be wrong. And I don't feel like I'm wrong though, but I'm assuming, hypothesis, whatever. Imagine going to work every day and they may need you, right? They need you for the job to get done well. They need you, but they don't want you there. They don't really want you there. You got certain incentives that you should have parties and all this, or little what you call it, little incentives that they don't tell you about. You just can feel the vibe that they don't really fuck with you like that. You imagine going into that place every day to make a living, when you can have the option to go somewhere like Sacramento. So we give you this, and you can have it all. Come on, you probably gonna lose, but you feel wanted. And it's human nature. It's not a feminine trait. It's not a masculine trait. It's human nature to be wanted. It's so much different vibe when you walk into a home or you walk into a place of employment and they want you there. They want you there. They want you there. They happy to assist you and accommodate you on everything you need to be successful. So think about that for a minute. They trying to accommodate you, and then you can walk into a situation where they don't want you, even though they know you're really good. They don't acknowledge your skill set. If they don't acknowledge your skill set, or they don't acknowledge what you do, and it's just expected of you, and you don't get a pat on the back, or you don't get acknowledgement, it's just like, okay, you did that. Come on, it's human nature to feel a certain type of way. The toughest man, the toughest woman, the most feminist man, the most feminine woman, everybody in between gonna feel a certain type of way. And I really think, kind of hearing Isaiah Stewart say that, and kind of knowing, they've been trying to move on from Jalen Duren and not paying him last summer. Y'all ain't fuck with me last year. Now y'all got to pay me. So I think y'all got to look at it from his perspective, not from the situation that you want to, it's his family, it's generational wealth for him. $287 million. Ain't nobody trying to get a penny less that they deserve. But look at it from the standpoint of view. Y'all don't believe me, in me. Y'all ain't pick me. If I was there in the draft, y'all wouldn't have picked me. I'm not y'all guy. I'm only here probably because I'm K's guy and y'all can't find a respectable replacement. I wasn't your guy. And if I was your guy last year, it would have been nothing to pay me $30 million. $30 million for 4, $30 million for 3. Y'all didn't believe. And maybe they were right. Maybe if they gave him the money, he wouldn't have performed. But you gotta look at it from that standpoint of view too. I think, and everybody is expendable when he came in. They like Thompson. He elite, but everybody else that he didn't bring in, Stewart, Duren, and whoever else was here outside of Cade and Thompson. And they like Thompson. Outside of them two, Ivy was on the chopping block. Real talk. Any of them important core pieces, man, they packed them the fuck up. It's Cade and Thompson, and they was like, okay, we want to keep Duren because he had a great year, and we can't replace him. We can't replace him. We can't get a trade that's gonna give us value to replace him as center. You telling me if they can trade him, and let's say really get a Kyrie and a Gaffer, or let's say they can get a Kyrie. And it's hypothetical, and they can get the stretch 5 that they wanted. Whoever that may be. They probably would do it. But hey, hit the link in the description. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Hit the link in the description. Find me on X, Instagram, Facebook. We doing a lot of good things over there. The whole 9 piece.